What is going on, guys? I am back with part 4 on how to build this suburban house, and in this video I plan on starting the interior of the building. But first I have to go to the back side of the building and do the wooden structure because I forgot to do that for part 3. So I'm at the back side of the house right now, so I'm gonna have the wooden structure right above the patio space here. So all you're gonna need are some spruce wood, fences, and oak leaves. Okay, so this wooden structure is actually really easy to do. So you can start out with your spruce wood fences. We want to make sure we're 3 spaces away from this pillar. So 1, 2, 3. On the 4th block you could place 1 fence. You can skip 3 spaces from that, place 1, then skip 3 more, and you should end up at this corner. You could place 1 there. So now they're all 3 spaces apart. You could then bring these up 5 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now there's 6 in total. You could then do the rest. Okay, now continue on with your spruce wood stairs. You can start here and just bring it right across, or not your stairs, but your fences. Bring it right across, and then you could just fill in all of the space. So you could just go behind here and just go back and forth until you reach the house. Okay, so there we go. I did the little wooden structure like that. You can then switch to your oak leaves and start placing them randomly on top of this. And then you could also have some hanging off of the side. So maybe like right around here. Just hang, whoops, what in the world? Just hang some down like that. Maybe delete that. So there we go. We'll have another one hanging down over here. Okay. Let's have a few more random spaces. And then I'll go ahead and have another one over here. And I think that should be good. Maybe like one more over here as well. Okay, there we go. So that is the little wooden cover above the patio. So now we can head on to the, well, first let's go to the front side of the house. And yeah, we still have to do the sea lanterns in the ceiling of the front porch. So you could grab that and then iron trap doors. So I'll go ahead and just place one maybe right here in the corner. Alright, and then maybe one right around here. So we're 1 block away from that pillar. We'll do it on this side as well. We'll cover these up with iron trap doors, and that should be enough light. So, whoops. So 4 in total. There we go. And I could see. And I believe that's everything. So yeah, now we can head on to the interior of the building. So first off, I have a night vision potion so I could see, so I'd recommend you doing the same. But we're going to be starting out with some dark oak planks, pillar quartz blocks, white concrete, spruce wood, and in the other house I decided to use green concrete for the walls, but in this house I'm going to go ahead and use light gray. Okay, so let's walk through the front door. And the first thing I'm going to do is switch to my dark oak planks. And I want to make sure to place a block here. So I have 1 block of space between that block and the doorway. And then I'm going to bring this strip all the way to the back side of the house. So as you can see, I have 1 block of space here. And then we have this door frame. So the pillar and then 1 block there. So I'm then going to continue bringing these dark oak planks through here and all the way to the back side of that wall. So I'm actually also going to grab a potion of swiftness so I could get this done as fast as possible. So with your dark oak planks, just fill this entire side in. And then this section over here, we're going to be using our pillar quartz blocks because this is going to be the dining room and the kitchen. And then we're going to continue bringing some wood through here. Right here is going to be a bathroom, so we're going to have some chiseled quartz. And then obviously that is the garage. Over there is going to be a bedroom. Here is the living room. So once again, just use your dark oak planks and fill all of this space in. Okay, so there we go. I filled in all of this space with dark oak planks. Now, you can switch to your pillar quartz block, and I'll go ahead and start doing the little space here. So we're going to go ahead and stop it right up against this wall for now. So with your pillar quartz block, we'll start at this wall, and you could just place one in this direction on every other block, so like that. And then you could turn it in between those empty spaces. So we have like kind of like a checkered pattern, like a crisscross pattern. So then on those sideways ones, you could place ones that are like facing forward. And then on the ones that are facing forward, you could place some that are sideways. So you just want kind of like a crisscross pattern like that. And we're going to bring this all the way until we fill in these two spaces in between the door. Okay, so I almost got it all filled in. So just finish up this little space and then fill in the final two spaces in between this little doorway. And you could actually go ahead and grab some quartz slabs and fill in 4 spaces like that. So it's like a little step down into this space here. Okay, so there we go. We have the floors for the kitchen and dining room. Then we have the floors for this living room and bedroom. So now after you have the floors, you could go ahead and start bringing up the walls. So I'm going to start out with actually let's do the door frame first. So I have my pillar quartz blocks. I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one is going to be the corner block. So we're just wrapping it around the door. So we're going to do the same on this side. Turn it for the corner block and then 2 sideways in the middle. We're also going to need to grab a button. And then you could place a button on the corner like that. Okay, now let's start doing the walls. So I'm going to switch to my white concrete. And I'm going to start right here at the edge of the doorway. And I'm going to place 1 block all the way up until this wall. Then for now, let's just bring this right across. And we are going to have a doorway here for the hallway, but for now, we'll just bring it right across. And then you could bring this over until you're just like right next to this pillar. Then you could just place another layer behind this door frame. So this door frame is 2 blocks thick. Cover up the corner with some buttons again. Switch back to your white concrete. Continue bringing this block all the way around. Stop it here. Turn it and bring it all the way around to this corner. And then bring it to the door frame at the front. Like that. We are going to have another doorway here for this bedroom. Okay, so now after you have that block of white concrete, you can then switch to your spruce wood and place a layer on top of the white concrete all the way around. Alright, so there we go. Make sure not to cover up any of the windows. Now you can switch to whatever block you're using. In this case, I'm just going to be using some light gray concrete. And I want to place, so 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks above, or like on top of the spruce wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 block of space above the front door, and then 2 blocks of space above all of the windows. So I'm going to go around and fill in 4 layers of light gray concrete on top of all the spruce wood, and then we'll have the walls for the kitchen and the living room done. Okay, so real quick, I just did that little space, so it should look like that. You could go 1 block above the doorway, just bring it right across. And then yeah, just continue doing all of the light gray concrete just on top of all of the spruce wood. So once again, 4 in total. Just wrap around all of the windows so it looks like that. Okay, so there we go. I brought up all of the walls for this section. So this is like the middle section of the house. Okay, so now from the front door, you want to look to your left, and we're going to start cutting out the hole for the doorway for the bedroom. So you want to make sure you have 4 spaces at the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, you can start cutting out 4. And then you could bring this up 1, 2, 3, so it's 4 blocks in total. Then with your pillar quartz block, place 3 layers on each side. And on the 4th space is going to be the corner. And this door is going to be 2 blocks thick because we're going to have different colored walls on the other side. Fill in the 2 spaces in the middle with sideways blocks. And then use your button to cover up the corners. Okay, real quick, let's go ahead and do the doorway for the hallway on this side. So you just want 2 spaces at the right. And then on the 3rd block, you could cut out 4 again. Bring it 4 blocks in height, so 3 more. So it's 4 in total. Switch to your pillar quartz block. Place 3 on each side. And then the door once again is going to be 2 blocks thick. Okay, so like that. Fill in the spaces in the middle. And then use your button on the on the corners again. And there we go. Now we have the doorway for the hallway. And then off here to the left, we're going to have a doorway for the bathroom. And then down here is going to be straight to the garage. So first, let's head back over to the bedroom, and we're going to start doing the walls in here. Okay, so now for the bedroom, you're going to want some white concrete, spruce wood, light gray concrete, and now you're going to want some cyan concrete. I decided to do a little blue theme for this bedroom, so I'll go ahead and do it again. So first off, you want to start with your white concrete. You can fill in these 2 spaces, as well as the spaces here, right along the side of the doorway. And then you can continue bringing this block of white concrete around the room. So we're just going to have 1 block of space at the bottom. So it's the same way that we did the walls in here. As you can see, we have 1 block of space of white concrete bordering around the bottom. Then you can switch to your spruce wood once again, and just place a layer on top of that. But now, after you place this spruce wood, you can then switch to your cyan concrete, place a layer on top of this. So this is going to just be 1 strip of blue, so kind of like a little highlight of blue. So it's not too much, but it's just enough to make the theme of the room at least still feel like it's blue. Okay, then you can switch to your light gray concrete and place 2 layers on top of the cyan. So this is going to be the height of these walls. As you can see, I'm only 1 block of space above the windows in this room. And then in this room, we have 2 blocks of space above the window. So this area in the center of the house is going to be 1 block taller on the first floor. And then this room is obviously going to be 1 block lower. So let's continue filling in the rest of this. And then we could go ahead and do our ceiling with our white concrete. Okay, I think that's all of it. So now you just want to go 1 block higher, so just right above the layer of light gray concrete. And you can start filling in white concrete for the ceilings in this room. So just go right across, back and forth, fill all of this in, and then we'll have the walls, floors, and ceilings done for the bedroom on the first floor. So what I'm thinking is I'm probably just going to split the interior up into 4 parts. So this first part, I'll do all of the walls, floors, and ceilings for the first floor. And then the second part, I'll do all of the walls, floors, and ceilings for the second floor, as well as the attic all the way up there. And then I'll do the furnishings for the first floor for the next video after that. So that'll be the third part for the interior. And then the fourth part, and probably the final part for the interior, will be the second floor furnishings and the attic furnishings. So as of right now, we have the bedroom completely done with all of the walls, floors, and ceilings. We still have to put sea lanterns and stuff, but I normally just do that when I start doing the furnishings. And then we still have to put the ceiling in here, which will be really quick. I guess we could just do that right now. And then we have the walls, floors, and ceilings for the hallway, bathroom, and garage. But first, let's go ahead and use our white concrete. Go 1 block above all of these windows, or at just like 1 block above the gray concrete. And then you could just use your white concrete, fill in all of the ceilings. Keep in mind we are going to have a staircase going up right here to the second floor. But just right now, we'll just completely cover it all up. And then we'll worry about the staircase later. So I'm going to fill all of this in. Then we can start doing the walls and floors for the hallway and bathroom. And then we just have the garage, which will be really simple. I normally just use white concrete for the walls and ceilings in the garage. And then that should probably be it for part 4 on how to build the suburban house. So part 5, I'll probably finish the interior layout of the house. Then we can start doing the furnishings, and then that'll be it. And like I said, like you may already know, I'm gonna start doing a tour video after every build that I do. So after the tour video, I will then be starting another house, which I was planning on doing a modern house. I still have to make up a design for it. Not really sure how it's gonna turn out. I already tried before. I tried so many times to make a modern house. I don't know why, but I cannot make one. Now, you guys may be thinking this house is kind of like modern that I'm making right now. You guys have been saying that a lot. Like, most of my houses always look modern either way. But I'm talking about like a full-on crazy modern house with like white concrete as the exterior and a bunch of random shapes. But as of right now, this is the big, like, kind of like the entrance to the house right here. And then we have the bedroom, and now we can head on to the little hallway, bathroom, and garage. Okay, so now for the hallway, you can switch to your dark oak planks. And we just want to place 4 spaces like that. So we're like lined up with the door frame. You can bring this all the way back till you reach the edge of this wall here. So just 4 spaces of wood, starting at the doorway and stopping it at the edge right there. Okay, so there we go. That is going to be the hallway for this, like, part of the house. Then we're going to have a bathroom over here. So, first off, let's go ahead. I think I used light gray concrete for the walls in here and a strip of white concrete. But since we use light gray in here, let's go ahead and maybe just grab I'll use white terracotta and white concrete. So, with the we'll start with the white terracotta. We'll bring this all the way back. So we just want to stop right here at the edge. So we're 3 spaces after that window right there. And then we want to do the same on this side. Keep in mind we are going to have a doorway here for the bathroom. But as of right now, this is what we got, just the hallway walls. Then you can switch to your white concrete, have a strip on top of that. And then you can switch back to your white terracotta and place 1, 2, 3 layers on top of the white concrete. So we're just 1 block of space above this doorway right here. You can fill all of this in. So this is going to be, once again, the hallway. And I think this color looks cool. It looks kind of like pink, but I still think it doesn't really look too bad. Obviously, you guys could use any color you want, but this is what I have. Let's go ahead and grab some pillar quartz blocks. I'll switch out the cyan terracotta since we don't need that anymore for right now. Or not the cyan terracotta, but the cyan concrete. So the pillar quartz block, I'm going to start right here at the edge. So 1, 2, 3 on each side. And then the 4th block is going to be a corner. And this is going to be a 2-block thick doorway. Like this. Because we're just going to have some white concrete for the garage. For the walls of the garage. And then you could cover up the corners with some buttons. Whoops. And then 1 block of space above this doorway. So there we go. We have the hallway done. Now we can start cutting out the doorway for the bathroom. Okay, now for the doorway for the bathroom, you just want to make sure you have 1 block of space right here at the left. Then you could cut out 4 spaces, so this is where the doorway is going to be. You can then bring this up 3 more blocks in height, so it's the same height as all the other doors. Then you can switch to your pillar quartz block, and this is only going to be a 1 block thick doorway because we have the same colored walls in the bathroom as we do for the hallway. So there we go. Oh, whoops, let me straighten out that. So that is going to be the doorway. You could cover up the corners with some buttons. And then you could continue bringing on the walls for the bathroom into here, or from the hallway into the bathroom. So you can switch to your white terracotta or whatever block you're using. So starting right here, you can fill all of this in. Bring it all the way until you reach the edge of this wall here. And then just fill it in like that, so it all meets up. So right here is going to be the bathroom. You can then switch to your white concrete, place 1 block on top of that. And then you want to place, 3 more layers of white terracotta on top of the white concrete. Alright, and then we could start doing the garage walls. Or first, let's do the floors in the bathroom. So, you could then switch to your chiseled quartz block. We'll get rid of... I don't think we're going to need the white terracotta anymore. So you can start filling all the floors in for the bathroom with just some chiseled quartz blocks. And then we have the walls and floors done for this area. We could cover it up with some white concrete for the ceilings. And then we could start doing the garage. So first off, let me switch to my white concrete. And we just want to make sure we're 1 block above the block that you used here. So for me, it's the white terracotta. Just 1 block of space above it. Like that. So we're on the same layer as this block here. So you can fill all of this in for the hallway and the hallway and the bathroom. And then we'll head on to the garage. And that'll be all I'm doing in this video. So I'm going to bring this across. Fill all of this in. Alright. And then, yeah, that's that's really it. Let me see. Let me go back down, make sure we did everything. So we got the bathroom here, which is a pretty good color for the bathroom. Alright. Still kind of looks a little bit pink, but I mean, that really doesn't bother me. I still think it does look pretty good. This is like exactly what I would see as bathroom walls. So we have that, and then we have the hallway, which still doesn't look too bad. All of this is done. So yeah, let's go ahead and head on to the garage. Okay, so now for the garage, you can switch to your dark oak planks and place 2 more blocks right here on the edge of the doorway first. Then you could actually grab some dark oak wood slabs. I'll replace the light gray concrete since we don't need that anymore. And you just want to place 4 blocks like that. And we're also going to need to bring down these pillar quartz blocks to the ground, because we're going to have to cut out all this grass and stuff that has to be down there. Okay, so first, let's switch to our white concrete. And I'll start over here. We can fill in these 3 spaces and bring it all the way up until we're at the same height as the garage. Like the garage door. So like that. So 1 block above the doorway. You can fill all of this in like this. Just wrap it all the way around. And then the ceilings for this room is just going to be like right above the garage like that. So it's going to be 1 block above the windows. So first, let me fill in all of these walls, and then I'll show you that. And then we could do the floors, which is going to be the same block that we used for the driveway and walkway at the front, or at the exterior, like the front yard of the building. And then that's it. We do also have a little touch of detail that we're going to do on the walls, which I'll show you in a second. But first, let me just finish using my white concrete for the walls, and then I'll show you all that stuff. So let's see, we got that filled in. Alright, oh, we got this wall. So as you can see, the windows in the garage are 2 blocks above the ground. So if you wanted to, you could simply go on the exterior of the house and just bring the blocks down, or bring the windows down 1 more block. So let's see, if I go on the exterior, as you can see, we have 2 blocks of space. So you could cut out these 4 layers here and just shift the window down 1 block. But I didn't do that because we have this diorite right here, which would be at the bottom of the window. I just kind of thought it looked a little weird, so I just left them that high. Either way, this is still a garage, so you really don't need windows that you could actually like see out of in the garage. Normally they are a little bit higher off the ground. So yeah, but the little touch of detail we could do is just delete these spaces like this where each window is. You could grab some quartz stairs and fill it in like that. So that's a little touch of detail you could do instead of just having 2 layers of solid blocks or like below the windows. I think it looks a little bit better. Okay, now let's continue using our white concrete. Go 1 block above the walls like that, and we'll fill in the ceilings, and then we just have the floors to do. So let's see, do we have anything else? Yeah, so let's just bring this right across. As you can see, I'm basically just like right on top of the garage door. So there's no block above the garage door. It's just right up against the ceiling. So I'm going to fill all of this in. We could cut out the grass and replace the floors with brick stairs, granite, and that's it. Okay, so I almost got this done, and there we go. So let me just clear my inventory. We could grab some granite, bricks, and brick stairs. And I'm also going to grab a potion of swiftness so I could cut out all of this grass easier. So yeah, like I said, let's just start cutting out all of this grass first. Okay, so there we go. I cut out all of the grass. You can then switch to your bricks and replace the ground with those for now. So just do this, just fill in the ground with bricks. Man, look how fast I'm moving. See, I would totally recommend you using like the potion throughout the entire build. So just in case if I am going a little fast, you'll have the potion to at least help you keep up. And then you could also get things done faster. So there we go, we have that filled in. Now, let's cut out some holes randomly within all of that brick. And we're going to replace it with granite. Alright, I would say that's good. So let's switch to our granite, fill all of this in. And then we just have some holes to cut out, which is going to be replaced with our brick stairs. So there we go. I think that's pretty good. Let's cut out some holes here. Maybe one there, two there. We'll actually turn this like that. We'll have one here, and then maybe like one there. We'll have two here. Okay, so let's switch to our brick stairs. We'll do an L shape like that. Maybe just two like that. One there, one there, one there. And then we'll have another L shape back here. Okay, so there we go. Maybe one more hole there. Is that pretty good? Yeah, I think that's good. Good enough. Alright, so there we go. That is going to be it for the garage. Okay, so we just filled in all of the walls with white concrete, and then we have the ceilings with white concrete. Then the floors is just with this random mixture. Then we go into the hallway. Pretty simple. Then we have the bathroom over here. And then we have the dining room and kitchen. This area is going to be the living room. We're going to have a little bedroom down here, which I guess you could call this just like a guest bedroom, since it is kind of leading off from the main entrance of the house. So you normally wouldn't have like just a regular bedroom down here. It would be more of like a guest bedroom. And then I'm going to have a staircase going up to here, leading off to the second floor. But as of right now, that is going to be it for part 4 on how to build this suburban house. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for part 4 on how to build this suburban house. And if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 5. Later.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had